Well, thank you for coming, and in true Joe style, we are running 13 minutes late, so apologies for that. You will find the whole event just nice and informal, relaxed. We will all get to know each other for the next couple of days, but I just wanted to start by saying a big thank you for everybody for coming today and for everybody who's helped out in one way or another. It's been a huge relief. It's been quite difficult to sort of pull together, but you'll hear a little bit about that a bit later on. So I just wanted to introduce you to the team that makes this all happen, because I get some lovely messages saying thank you for everything that we do at Ocular Melanoma UK, but it's a massive joint effort. So firstly, just wanted to say Nicolette, she's our office administration person who does kind of all of the admin stuff and just keeps it all together. She's kind of our glue. She sends her apologies because she couldn't be here today. But we do have in the room Matt and Alex, or Alex and Matt, depending on which name I'm going to give them that day. So where are we? So yeah, hopefully most of you have met them. So Alex, if you pop your hand up, Alex is our head of fundraising and marketing person, manager, something or other. He just does all of the fundraising stuff and marketing stuff. And then Matt is here. So for anyone who's called into our helpline, had any support via email, Matt's the gentleman that's been looking after everybody. So, introduce yourselves. I know they're keen to sort of meet many of you here. So these are the two that kind of is just making everything work for the moment. And I am very biased, but I truly believe I've got the best team around me. So I just wanted to say thank you to yourselves, to Nick, to our trustees, who I'll introduce you in a moment. So yeah, please do sort of say hi and get to know the rest of the team. We're also joined by Nidhi, who I can't see in the room. Fantastic. So Nidhi's down at the back. So Nidhi's been working with us now for a while. She's our medical writer, so she's putting out some literature about the condition. So we've got a booklet at the moment that's out and will be rebranded to our new company name shortly. And Nidhi's been writing up some booklets about proton beam, plaque, enucleation, has been working with Laura about another piece that we've got coming up. And Nidhi's here today to sort of get to know you all, talk to you about the condition if you're happy sort of sharing any thoughts with her. And we've also decided at the last moment to do some video clips. If people are happy to, if you want to do a little talk, a couple of sentences, some quotes about sort of how you found the conference, what it's been like to meet sort of other people, anything like that. If you feel comfortable doing so, if you track Nidhi down, she'll probably be at this sort of side with a setup later on today. So if you feel comfortable to do that, great. If you feel comfortable to have some photos done, that's also great, but there's no pressure whatsoever. But we might get a room if there's a few people that are happy to do that. So would you mind if I just ask to pop your hand up if you immediately think, yes, I'd love to do that? Just so I can gauge. Cool. I think in that case we'll go for that room and get that sorted. So thank you for that. And I'm also really pleased that we've got actually 3 of our trustees here today. So with a lot of organisations, not a lot of organisations, but enough organisations, actually the trustee board sit back and have quite an inactive role in what they're doing. And I'm really proud that actually that's not the case in our organisation at all. So all of our trustees are super active. They're my sounding board. Go to them with kind of any query that I've got, and they're always just really supportive. Fire some questions, make sure that we think through the process fully, and just really proud to have them as part of the team as well. So first up, we've got Joanne Morgan, who's here. So many of you will know Joanne from in our patient support group, so you might have spoken to her already. And we've also got Gianfranco, who's up the back. So he'll be our photo guy for the day. So he's a solicitor, known him for quite a long time, and just always super duper fantastic. And then we've also got Colin in the room. So Colin White is another one of our trustees. He's our sound guy for today, so he'll be helping out with the speakers, getting them mic'd up. Known him for a very long time. and he's a local estate agent in Slough, but please don't hold that against him. And he's actually persuaded lots of people, not including me, to do a skydive for our charity. So I think he's up to about 11 people now that he somehow persuaded to jump out of a plane. So it was supposed to happen last week. The weather called it off, so they're hoping to do that sometime in November. So I'm scared on a bridge. So yeah, if we can just give them a round of applause for doing that, because I think that's kind of insane. It's fantastic. And I probably should plug the estate agents that he works for, which is the Frost Partnership, based in Slough and a few other branches elsewhere. So thank you for that team for doing that for us. So I think that's all the introductions. We've had lots of you kind of muck in last night and this morning. So to everyone who's helped us out on the day, I know I'll forget if I try to list names, but just wanted to say an absolute thank you. So it's helped us kick off only 13 minutes late this morning. So otherwise it would have been much later. So thank you to everybody who's helped out, and to all our speakers that are joining us for the next couple of days. So I've got a few hopes for this event. But the main one is for everyone to know that actually we will make ocular melanoma feel a little less rare. And I think that's really important. And I think that can help people in a few ways. So I think it's great when we hear sort of stats like 7 in a million. Only 7 people in a million will know what it's like to have ocular melanoma. And I think that's really good for the public to kind of understand. It kind of gives them a bit of an understanding of some of the difficulties that people have. But I don't think it goes much further than that. So I think what you'll hear, occasionally you might see us giving stats out like that, but I think you'll hear a lot more of us sort of saying 1 in 2 people every day will hear that they've got ocular melanoma. Because, you're not alone. There's a whole community of people sort of throughout the UK, Europe, America, all with this shared experience. And I think it's really positive that we actually know that nobody's alone on this journey. So my main hope for today is that everyone comes away knowing that they have a rare cancer, but actually can park that to the side. That there's a whole sort of community of people around you to support. And kind of from this day forward, if you haven't felt that already, if this is your first conference that you come into, by the time you go tonight, you'll know that actually there's always somebody you can talk to, in the Facebook group, through the helpline, through Laura and the team that help with, proper sessions. So, there's a great network of people around you. So I do think that you guys are the super strong ones that have all managed to arrive here safely without a million reminder emails telling you about the event, reminding you where it is. You're all adults. And the run-up to this conference hasn't been as smooth as we would have liked it to be. So ideally, yesterday you would have all received an email saying, just a reminder, here's your tickets, this is where you're staying again, this is the venue. So I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for coming here today. We've had quite a few people for really good reasons that couldn't attend us today. So I think we've had probably about 16 odd people that wanted to be here and then couldn't for various reasons. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here, because I think it will make the weekend actually a really good event. For some reason, we thought it'd be a really good night, a good time to launch a new website, to launch a new company name, to redo all our merchandise, to hold a conference. My little boy wasn't very well last week. Thankfully, he's doing much better, so that was quite an unexpected event. So just things have been a bit challenging. We've had a leak at my house, so I had to move to my mum, so it's all just been a little bit crazy. So when I say I've got the best team in the world, absolutely believe that, because OcuMel would have just sort of ceased about 6 months ago and been put on pause if these guys hadn't picked up everything that we needed them to. So yeah, they're absolute legends. So my other hope for this event is that actually you guys can start seeing that ocular melanoma will become a less significant part of people's lives. So things are getting better, Back when my father had this cancer, it was a very different disease. It was just no treatments existed whatsoever. Just before COVID, we started to see that changing. obviously the whole world changed kind of once COVID hit, and things are really picking up again now. So we're going to be hearing some talks of sort of lots of different interesting subjects. And I'm hoping that, you will start to see that actually in time, this won't be as a dramatic life-changing event as it can be for the moment. So that's my other hope, is that actually you can start seeing that things will be getting better over the next few years. And it might take 2 years, it might be 5 years, but I'm pretty sure sort of in the foreseeable, things will be much better with people, much better for people. And we can just go back to being sort of like a nice tea and biscuits kind of charity without the big sort of advocacy stuff that we do in the background. So I probably should stop talking in a moment, but just a couple of practical things today. We're not due a fire alarm test, so if we hear any loud noises, we've got a couple of fire escapes. We've got one here. Doors here will then lead people downstairs, and we've also got a fire escape at the back of the room. There's a couple of people that have got a few mobility issues, so we know who you are, but if you feel comfortable and you want to pop your hand up, we can obviously help leave the building if we need to. So that's just that. We've got toilets just by the reception desk as you come in. You've got the staircase going down. There's also another staircase going up. You've got ladies and gents just on either side of that staircase. I went into the ladies, almost needed a map to get back out again. So take your time. I was thinking, well, I walked in, I'm sure I'll be able to walk out of here somehow. We didn't, I wasn't expecting that, so I thought I'd give you the heads up a little bit. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, we've already covered off the videos, so that's probably enough from me. So I'd like to introduce you to our first speaker, is this gentleman here, Clive. He's one of our members.